How many conversations do you have in your household about wardrobe space? Yeah, quite a lot. Now, be honest with me, which one of you takes up more wardrobe space? Is it you or is it your other half? And if you're looking at each other right now, you're both going, it's you, isn't it? But hang on, we'll come back to that conversation a little bit later on. What if I could triple the amount of space you actually had in your wardrobe in the first place with something as simple as this? You'd say, okay, I'll listen. Because if you're thinking right now, okay, well, we're changing seasons, you know, so you might be clearing some things out of the wardrobe and bringing some new things in. Something like this could really help. Now, this is a Space Saver Wonder Hanger. Now, you get 3 boxes of these in this offer, and there are 8 of them in each box, which is brilliant, because every one of them, and I think you can see how this is going to work in just a second. Each one of them, you put 5 different items, 5 different hangers in those. In fact, if they're children's clothes, you could get a couple of hangers on each one. In fact, let me show you with my rail here, because I've got my rail set up and I've got 5, 10, 15, 20 different shirts here. Now, I'm sure in your wardrobe right now, maybe you've got lots and lots of shirts that are all bunched up together. So if you've ironed them, there's really no point, because when they go into the wardrobe, they get squashed up together and they end up completely, crumpled and creased. With this, now look at all of the room on this rail that all of these shirts are taking up at the moment. We've got a nice big selection of shirts. So there's 5 on here. And to operate the Wonder Hanger, all I need to do is just lift up one end of it and drop it down. Now, I'm going to nip behind there for a quick second, only for a quick second, just to show you that those 5 shirts are now only really taking up the space of about 1.5. So I'm just going to gently move those to that end. I'll come back and we'll do the second lot. And remember, you can get 5 items on each one of these Space Saver Wonder Hangers. So that's now 10 shirts taking up the space of maybe only 2 or 3. And here's another 5, so down they go. Again, they're sitting nice and neatly next to each other, so they're not crumpled up together. So if you've ironed them, it's not a problem. And look, there go the last lot. Now you've noticed I've not forced them down there at all, but this whole rail was full when we started, wasn't it? And look, we have got all of this space back. Now I reckon that I could get another 20 shirts back into that space, which is brilliant. Let's have a look at the scenario, because that's quite a tidy kind of wardrobe setup, really. You might recognise one of these a little bit more, actually, on this piece of film here. So if your wardrobe right now is looking, shall we say congested, shall we say slightly less than organised, it could look like this right now, couldn't it? And you see, just adding the Space Saver Wonder Hangers, any type of coat hanger as well, or hanger, by the way. So it could be the wire ones that you get, it could be the plastic ones from the shops, it could be the wooden ones that you've bought from that shop, it could be any. But either way, look. The great thing is you are instantly creating all of this space. Now that also allows the more organised of us to actually then say, well now I can put all of my blue things together, all of the white things together, all of the check things together if you want to. So you can start really sorting out and organising. Put things like jackets together as well if you want to. Now they do support an awful lot of weight. Now I don't want you to look at these initially, load them up and say, oh, there's a little bit of a bend in there, because the strength is there, so you don't need to worry about these dropping off. They really are very, very good. And I tell you what, if at the moment you think, well, I haven't got room or money for another wardrobe, what do I do? We've just tripled the space in your wardrobe. And hello, can anyone buy a wardrobe anywhere for $19.99? Show me now. Show me now, anywhere on the internet, anywhere on the high street where you can buy a wardrobe for $19.99, because I don't think it can happen. Now remember, you get 6 of these, isn't it? No, 8 of these in each pack, and you're getting 3 packs. So that's a lot of items, isn't it? So that's what you're getting for your $19.99. So rather than having to go out and spend 70, 80, 100 pounds or more on a brand new wardrobe, all you need to do right now is one price of $19.99. Now, the only thing I'm going to say here right now is that I know that you'll get these, and I know you and your other half will sort out your wardrobes, and you'll probably use all of those to do those wardrobes. Because if you've got, you know, the big full-length wardrobes behind the bed and everything else, you're probably going to use those up quite quickly. So I tell you what I'm going to do, because you've got the kids' bedrooms, you've got, you know, there's other places, the cupboard under the stairs full of coats and this, that, and the other, isn't there? So how about I pop you in another 3 packs of those, so essentially making this a buy one, get one free. Let's double up. Thank you very much. So now, you're now getting the ability to put, I'm just doing the maths in my head, 240 different items you can now sort out for your one price of $19.99. And again, I want to do this demonstration again because this is brilliant. So on each of the Wonder hangers here, I've got 5 items. Now remember, if that's children's clothing, because they're a lot lighter, you could actually get 2 or 3 things on each one of those spaces. And all you do, you know, no matter what the type of hanger is, all you do is just pop the hanger into the space, and there's plenty of space, and they don't fall off either. They actually just slide up and down, which is great. So I've got 5 on each of those. So on this rail right now, I've got 20 shirts, and that's taking up the whole of this rail. But if I just pick up one end and drop it down, suddenly my 5 is only taking up the room of maybe 1 or 1.5. So if I do it again with another 5 and then just shimmy that over without pushing it, I'm not forcing it down there at all, I'm just doing it fairly gently actually. So there's another 5, so that's 5, 10, 15 shirts, and here's another one. And the great thing is, if they're ironed, because they're sitting nice and neatly next to each other, they're not getting creased, they're not getting crumpled. That rail was full, wasn't it, when we started? And look at all of the space we have claimed back. Now, normally what would you do? You would either scream and shout at each other and say, right, well, you need to clear out, you need to clear out. They've got far too many things anyway, you need to clear out. You need to have that row, discussion, argument, whatever it might be. No, you don't. The other alternative is you go out and you buy another wardrobe. Well, where's it going to go? The top of the stairs? We don't have any room left for any more wardrobes. You don't have to do that. Have a look at these situations again, because I'm sure you recognise a lot of them. Yeah, I mean, listen, this might be tiny compared to, you know, what's going on inside your wardrobe right now. I would never wish to intrude. But what I would say is this is a great way actually of reorganising your wardrobe, because actually just the process of going in there and loading up the Space Saver hangers, you'll find things that you bought ages and ages and ages ago that have still got the labels on them that you've never worn yet. Yeah. And you'll still have that, you know, still have those 1 or 2 tops that you've been keeping for like 20 or 30 years for when I can fit in again. Listen, I'm there as well. I'm there as well. You can keep all of those things because now you have more room. Now you have more room without having to go out and buy another wardrobe. And listen, there is no worse discussion in the house, because it is continual discussion that you have about, you know, I quite often speak to couples, you know, for various reasons and various jobs that I do. And quite often I hear the story where one says, oh yeah, well, I have about 1/4 of the total wardrobe space in my house. Now listen, I am never going to be brave enough to say that it's generally the gentleman of the house that only has the 1/4 of the wardrobe and it's the lady that takes up the 3/4. I'm not going to go there because I value my life. But this is such a good idea, isn't it? Because do you know what? You might have, ladies, you might have a hoarder as your other half who keeps every jacket he's had since 1963, who just will not throw anything out, will not have a clear out, and the wardrobe is completely and utterly stuffed to the gills. This, remember, has the potential of tripling the space in your wardrobe. Let me remind you of what you're getting as well. Each one of these boxes has 8 of the Space Saver Wonder hangers in them. Now, you're only paying for the first set of 3 there, which is giving you 24 Space Saver Wonder hangers, which is brilliant for your $19.99. But look here. Buy one, get one free. We like buy one, get one free, so I'm sending you another 3 packs as well. Because listen, I want peace and harmony in the nation. I want everyone to never have that heated discussion about wardrobes ever again. Fingers crossed, that's all I can do. Get yourselves on the phones, here's the details. It's brilliant, 201 807. Peace could break out across our great land. I can only but hope. Do get these though, because thousands of people over the years, we've been selling these for 15 years or so, and they are so popular, and you can see why. They just make sense. 201 807 is your item number. Get them while they're buy one get one free, because that is a very good deal for less than 20 quid.